Welcome everybody to the Latiners Network. My name is Jose and this is my review for No Hard Feelings, the newest R-rated, very raunchy comedy starring Jennifer Lawrence, who's been away for a while. I think I haven't seen her in anything recently. I know she took some time off the last couple of years, so it's kind of interesting her making this return to film in this kind of movie we're not really used to seeing her in. You know, she became a prestige actress. She was the it girl for a while. They're making all kinds of movies 25 years seemed like, I don't know, but she was getting nominated, winning awards and all that. So she's back in action here, and she's playing a young woman who is struggling financially, is in the brink of losing her home, needs to find a way to make some extra cash. So she answers an ad placed by a couple of parents, or wealthy parents, who have a kid. He's 19 years old, who is socially awkward, to put it mildly, right? Very inexperienced, stays in his room all the time, has no friends practically, and he's about to venture on to Princeton. But they wanted to come out of his shell, so they figure why not get someone who can help him explore his sexuality, which may springboard him to being more receptive to the college experience. That's kind of what the goal is, and if she's able to do that, they give her a car, which is what she needs so she can continue to make money. So it's kind of a weird premise and kind of creepy, to be honest with you. This is kind of a cross between American Pie and The Graduate. So again, interesting premise, but doesn't get too creepy where it's uncomfortable. But something about Jennifer Lawrence is, and in this film, she's young 30 trying to seduce a 19-year-old essentially. But this one here, it was fine. It was okay. I don't think it was a movie which is really gonna draw in the crowds, and I get it. And I like to see comedies. We don't get many of them these days. I know, but this year's been an exception. And I've seen a couple of good ones with the Blackening, which I really enjoyed. I really like Joyride, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. You can see both reviews on the channel. But this one here doesn't quite live up to those, and it's not a terrible film. It's just okay, right? It's you know. It is raunchy and it's funny at times, but I just wasn't laughing. I know with as much as I would like, and the audience I saw the screening was pretty full. I didn't hear a lot of laughing like I normally would, like what I heard with Joyride or something, which can really influence how you feel about a film, at least knowing how an audience is reacting to it. Not to say it's not a bad movie or anything to that effect, but in a comedy, you have one simple task, and that's to make everybody laugh, right? That's the goal, and this one doesn't quite do it. It's just it mixes up a lot of genres, whether it be kind of part rom-com as well. And with that comes a predictability of a movie like that. You kind of know exactly what's going to happen, right? As she meets the kid and she tries to seduce him and end up becoming friends, having a relationship to a certain degree, and et cetera, et cetera. We know how this is going to go and what happens through it. It's pretty, it kind of spells it out for you. But that doesn't make it a bad film, it just makes it one that doesn't really offer anything new. There are a few laughs. There's a great scene on the beach where she's naked trying to fighting these young kids. That was outrageous, and I was okay. Listen, Jennifer Lawrence naked. I'm not gonna complain, right? It is what it is. But there's some funny moments in here, just not a lot of them. I do like the kid, as Andrew Feldman's his name, the 19-year-old. He's a very sweet kid, and you really kind of feel for him and follow him in this journey, and why he is the way he is, and how he kind of breaks out of his shell anyway. So I liked him. I like Jennifer Lawrence. She sold this as best she could. But again, with the predictability of it and the lack of laughs, it's not a movie I can really recommend you guys to watch. It's not a bad film, and there's some sweet moments, but it doesn't really have that heart. At least for me, I didn't feel it the way I'm sure the movie would have liked you to experience for the most part. Missing the feels, and with most good comedies, you have those moments of the feels, making it a good film beyond just a good comedy. And this movie just it's one of those jack of all trades, master of none, right? It's a little bit of raunchy comedy, a little bit rom-com, etc., but doesn't do anything really with either one particularly well. They're just there. But ultimately, it's a movie which, it's watchable. If anything, I recommend watching it at home, but in the theater, no. There's, again, other comedies coming up. Joyride is the one I would recommend highly, in particularly with comedies. That's coming out in a couple weeks. Or The Blackening just came out. I really enjoyed that one as well. But that being said, listen, Jennifer Lawrence did a good job here. I like the kid. There's things to like here, right? Again, some sweet moments. I like the relationship, and the characters are fine. It just wasn't as funny as I like it to be for a comedy that's being pitched as a heavy R-rated raunchy comedy, and it has its moments and almost tries too hard at times, right? But that being said, with the tonal changes between becoming that and becoming a kind of sweet kind of rom-com, it's kind of a mixed match of a lot of different things. It didn't quite come together for me completely. But again, not a bad film. I'm not going to really rag on this film like it's terrible. It's just okay. It's mediocre. Watch it at home at the end of the day. But if you do, comment below, let me know what you guys thought. And of course, if you haven't done so already, subscribe below and feed money to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.